So my talk today is on symbiotic capitalism, and what does that mean? So within capitalism, you have what I'll call Darwin capitalism, and then you have socialism, which is not capitalism, obviously. In this model, it's survival of the fittest, dog eat dog, whoever wins, wins, and whoever dies, dies. And that's the end of it. And usually you have a business owner that's like, I don't care if my employees underneath me are happy, sad, I don't care if there's anything happening in their lives or not. It doesn't matter to me because ultimately they're my employees and we have separation of our lives and they're just gonna have theirs and they're gonna have mine. In a socialist type of situation, basically the people control the means of production and it's a collective whole. And the problem is that these are two very different ways of looking at capitalism in general, because this one hates it and this one takes it into its extreme form. But what if there's a third one that I've coined symbiotic capitalism? And so how does symbiotic capitalism work? Here's how it works. There are three pieces to every good business, and those pieces are connection, messaging, and process. And basically, this is based on love. Now, what does love have to do with businesses? Love has to do with the businesses in this sense. In symbiosis, I give you something and you give me something and we both benefit from this. I give you love, you give me love. So why is it that when we have our children and they're bouncing in our laps and we look at them and we kind of give them smiles and hugs and little nibbles on their necks, that kind of thing, what are we really saying? We're saying I love you. We're saying I love you so they can give us a smile. We are in symbiosis. In the same way, in symbiotic capitalism, you can have somebody that's at the top of a business that wishes to connect with his employees, his or her employees, that wishes to communicate that connection to them, and which wants to give them a process or an experience of that. And when you can do that, you create true symbiosis, and that symbiosis causes productivity to skyrocket through the roof because the organization becomes healthy. People come in even if you don't ask them to, and they all work toward a collective whole because everyone understands that we are all interdependent, and if we do this together, we can thrive together, not just survive. It's no longer about the business owner's selfish interests. It's about everyone's collective interest. And yet there is, yes, the breakdown of some people get more money or less money and that kind of thing based upon tasks and things like that. But no one minds because everyone works in collective symbiosis, which creates a strong, powerful organization.